What's up, YouTube? So another before, I picked up this little beauty at a gun show, local FFL. It's the Stevens Savage Model 311E. It's in kind of rough shape. The barrels have some little flakes of rust. You can see them there a little bit in the picture. I don't know what happened to the wood on this thing. You got any ideas, you can let me know. It's not sanded, but that's what it looks like. Looks like it just, I don't know. But anyway, the receivers are in pretty decent shape. It's got lots of the case colors in it, which is really nice. I want to try to save that. It's also got some light rusting. I don't know how I'm going to do that without, I don't want to. My last receiver, I took all the rust off. I soaked it in vinegar and it came out white. It took all the rust off, but it turned white. I don't want to do that with this. I want to keep those colors, so I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably just rub it with penetrating oil. But I'll sand the barrels down lightly and recold blue them. And this is an easy fix, but this here, I'm not sure if that's a crack. It doesn't go with the grain anywhere, but might just be a scratch, but it kind of looks like a crack. But this has the pressed in checkering, so that's going to be easy. I can lightly sand right over top of that and stain right over top of it. But it's got, the butt pad's a little loose, but I got this little beauty. Pretty good price. Let's just put it that way. I paid for it, but I got a pretty good deal on it. But this is the before. You don't really see, I mean, the stock obviously needs done. You can see it's pretty rough. You can't see really that much on the barrel, the light rusting. You probably won't see it in the camera. There you can see it. Light hits it. Some steel wool. I don't know if I'm going to completely strip the barrels of bluing. I've never done that. One time I did it, but I just cleaned up the bad spots and re-blew over it, and it usually works out pretty good. It's good enough for me. But this is the before Stevens 311E. Okay, so I got all the bluing off, almost all the bluing off my barrels. Birchwood Casey blue and rust remover. Some nasty stuff. And then when I'm done, I clean it up with acetone. And now since I touched the barrel accidentally, I'm going to have to clean it again with acetone. You don't want any kind of oils from your hand on the barrels when you blue them. But they come out not too bad. I had some pitting in the front here, and I sanded it with 220. And unfortunately, that's just the best I'm going to be able to get it. I'm not going to sand it any farther. I think it'll be just fine for me. That's where I am now. Now I'm going to blue it. Okay, so after using the super blue, my barrels are black. They're black and blue, or really, really dark blue, but they look black. Worked pretty good. Started out, it was a little blotchy, but you just gotta keep after it, and yeah, follow the directions, and it'll get there. And when you're done, you want to give it a coat of oil and let it cure overnight. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I got my stock sanded down. Let's go. She's going to get. I had something in here that looked like a crack, but it doesn't follow the grain. It doesn't. It kind of goes. I think it's just it was a scratch or something. because there's another one down here. It doesn't follow the grain. It can't be a crack, but I got it sanded down. This checkering was the clamped in kind that is pressed in. So that worked out pretty good because I could sand the top of it off. There's a lot more material up than there is down. So I sanded the top pretty lightly. And of course then I blew it out with the air hose, so it looks pretty good. I think that'll stain up nice. Not sure what color I'm going to go with yet, but I should go with walnut. But I don't know what kind of wood that is. Used to be able to tell, but I can't anymore. And there's my fork grip. That sanded up pretty good. It's got some dark spots. I think that's just from oil. Might touch them up a little bit, but they sanded down pretty good. I'm not going to sand the inside. This was a different color than the outside was, so I don't know if it was already sanded down once, or that looks like it's just painted brown, but you'll never see it. Again, got her all sanded. I'm going to call it a night. Okay, so I got my stock done. I went with walnut because the lower part of this, the part that was pushed in, was brown, dark brown. And I did a test board with different stains. I had 2 stains. I was going to try the gun stock. It's a little red, more reddish. And this is the walnut, and then there's different kind. This is the, I bought some lacquer. Figured I'd try that. And this is the satin coating that not satin, but the matte finish, which I really like. So I did some tests on a test board, and I really like the dark walnut because of the checkering. The checkering kind of blends right in, you don't see it. If I'd have done it in the gun stock, it would have been a little bit more red and it would have stuck out. But I think it turned out pretty good. My 4 stock. So now my favorite part, I gotta assemble the gun. I got most of the rust off the receiver. I saved a lot of my case colors, which just makes me happy. See all that color in there. Managed to say that. And all I really did was oil. I used penetrating oil, and I used some hops, number 9, and just rubbed it with a rag. I did have a copper dish scrubber, which I don't know where it's at right now. I'd show it to you. One of these. Copper dish scrubber. I used that very gently on it. On the bottom. And it took almost all the rust off. But it left the case colors. So I was real gentle with the copper, and of course it was just covered in oil the whole time. But that turned out pretty good. And you've seen the barrels, so now I'm going to assemble it. Okay, welcome back. This is the finished product here. Turned out pretty good. That was a good call on the dark walnut. Looks really good with that checkering. And this is a original light spacer. I'm going to try to keep this video section short. The handguard turned out pretty good. It all came together really well. You can still see a little bit of roughness from where that was rusted, but it's good enough for me. Again, I saved a lot of the color on the receiver. I can't place the year. It does have a serial number on it, so I can say it's newer than 80 or 68. Serial number is A484,300 and something. So 484,300 and something, 380 something. But it starts with an A, so it's probably, I'm going to assume, 68 or 69. If you got any ideas that would say otherwise, let me know. I like it. I think I did a pretty good job. Now, I'm going to go get some. I'm going to go out and shoot it. We're going to shoot some double aught buck. Cellar and below, whatever. We're going to go out and shoot it. Let's try one at a time. Well, both barrels certainly does kick hard. Kick real hard. Okay, as you can see, shooting both barrels at one time kicks pretty darn hard. After I shot both barrels, I had a little trouble getting it open. It wouldn't break open. And then the second round, for some reason, the right barrel didn't cock. So I shot the left barrel and I opened it up and took the shell out of the right side and shot the left barrel again. But I tried it now, it's working. I'm sure it hasn't been shot in a long time, so probably just a couple bugs that need worked out or just need shot, you know, loosen things up. I don't know, but I want to thank you for watching.